Do you know one of history's most powerful cities may have fallen in a single night, during a drunken royal party, with a mysterious hand writing words directly onto the wall? Or, did it fall without a single sword being drawn at all? This is a story with two very different endings, and historians still aren't entirely sure which one is true. Babylon began as a small, unremarkable port town on the Euphrates River, in what is now Iraq, founded roughly 4,300 years ago. For centuries, it was just one small kingdom among many in ancient Mesopotamia. Nothing about it suggested it would eventually become one of the most powerful cities on earth. Everything changed around 1792 BC, when a king named Hammurabi took the throne. Within just a few years, he had conquered nearly every rival city-state in the region, unifying all of southern Mesopotamia under Babylon's rule for the very first time. He's remembered today for something even more influential than his conquests, the Code of Hammurabi, 282 laws carved into stone, one of the earliest and most complete legal systems in human history. Babylon's power rose and fell for centuries afterward, conquered and reconquered by rival empires. Then, in 626 BC, a new ruler named Nebuchadnezzar seized control and founded what historians call the Neo-Babylonian Empire. But it was his son, Nebuchadnezzar II, who would turn Babylon into the legendary city remembered for thousands of years afterward. Under Nebuchadnezzar, Babylon exploded in size and grandeur. Massive walls surrounded the city, so thick that ancient writers claimed two chariots could race side by side along the top of them. He built the stunning blue-glazed Ishtar Gate, and, according to legend, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, an engineering marvel so remarkable it was later listed among the 7 wonders of the ancient world. But Nebuchadnezzar's empire came at a brutal cost for others. His armies conquered Jerusalem, destroyed its temple, and forced thousands of Jewish people into exile in Babylon itself, an event the Bible remembers as the Babylonian Captivity. To this day, Babylon appears throughout Hebrew and Christian scripture as a symbol of imperial cruelty and excess. After Nebuchadnezzar died, Babylon's fortunes changed fast. A string of weaker rulers followed, ending with a king named Nabonidus, an unusual, deeply religious man more interested in ancient history and obscure gods than in actually running his empire. He spent years away from Babylon entirely, leaving his own son, Belshazzar, in charge as regent back home. This is where the story splits into two versions. According to the Bible's book of Daniel, Belshazzar hosted an enormous, drunken feast, using sacred temple vessels stolen from Jerusalem to drink wine in mockery. In the middle of the celebration, a disembodied hand supposedly appeared and wrote mysterious words directly onto the palace wall, words the prophet Daniel translated as a divine warning that Belshazzar's kingdom was about to end. According to the story, Babylon fell that very same night. But archaeological and historical records tell a very different story. Ancient documents like the Cyrus Cylinder and Babylonian Chronicles described something far less dramatic: Persian forces under Cyrus the Great entering Babylon peacefully, essentially without any battle at all. Some accounts even suggest many Babylonians, including the exiled Jewish population, actually welcomed the Persians as liberators. So which version is true, a single night of divine judgment during a drunken feast, or a quiet, largely bloodless political transition? Historians still genuinely disagree. Greek historians Herodotus and Xenophon, writing generations later, actually described a siege, adding yet another conflicting account to a story that has never been fully settled. Whatever really happened that year in 539 BC, one thing is certain: Babylon's independence ended completely. It became a province of the Persian Empire, and though the city itself continued for centuries afterward, even briefly hosting Alexander the Great's own death in 323 BC, it slowly faded, eventually abandoned completely after the Muslim-Arab conquest in the 7th century. Today, only ruins remain, in the Iraqi desert, of a city once so powerful, that even how it fell has become its own unsolved mystery.